You're fine. I thought you were gonna say hi.
Hi.
Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is going to be a what I eat in a week. I almost forgot to start filming this, but I want to include Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, again, to show you guys how we have balance. Those days I probably won't track as much, but again, that's what I usually do on my journey, and so I'll just bring you guys along to show you. But it is the day before Christmas Eve. We have our second day of cookie pickups today, so people are going to be here picking up cookies all day, but I will show you guys my meals. I'm going to track them in WW points and calories. I currently just track with WW points frequently, like every day. I don't do calories every day, I just do them for this video, and then I do macros for the end of the day. So I don't do that every day, but to show where I'm at on my journey, I like to make sure that I'm getting enough calories and kind of hitting the macros I want to be hitting. I usually have a certain goal for protein. I try to hit around 180, which is very high, but I've heard many times that you should have a gram for every pound that you weigh when you're trying to build muscle, and so that's what I'm trying to do, and that is my goal. So 180 grams of protein, but we'll see if I hit it any days. I usually come pretty short. But the gym was closed early this morning. We're under a winter storm warning. It is -9 degrees outside, and I'm gonna go now because they just opened. So I'm gonna go do a leg day at the gym. I'm gonna go ahead and eat a Fiber 1 bar right now. This is 2 points and 70 calories on WW. And then I also have my pre-workout made. It's 0 points. I don't track it or anything, but I just like to have that before the gym for some caffeine, especially now that it's a little bit later than when I go. Usually I'd be having like coffee right now. So that's my caffeine to wake me up and help me get through my workout. And yeah, I will bring you guys along for the rest of my meals today, but I'm starting out with the Fiber 1 bar. Okay, so I just got back from the gym. I had a really good workout. It was leg day, so glute and hammy focus, and now I'm home. We actually have to run some errands because usually when pre-orders happen, which I just finished up pre-order cookies, I pretty much neglect all of like Christmas stuff if I didn't get it done beforehand. So I got most of my Christmas shopping done before I started pre-orders, but I have a few more things to go out and grab. So I'm gonna go do that now. But before I do, I'm really hungry, so I just wanna eat something quick. So I'm making 2 of these Veggies Made Great mushroom and 3 cheese egg white frittatas. They're 2 points each, so 4 points total. They are 80 calories each, so 160 for both, and then 8 grams of protein for both. So I'm gonna have that. Also, I'm gonna have a banana, and then right when I get home, we're gonna go ahead and make some lunch. Today's just been totally kind of thrown off because I was expecting to go to the gym way earlier. So usually I'd have like a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but I feel like when this happens, usually it ends up being more of kind of like a snacky day. So that's how it'll be, and I will be back with lunch. Okay, so we got stuck out so much longer than I wanted to, but I got all of my shopping completely done. I'm ready for my dad and brother to come over for Christmas Day, so I'm excited about that. I've got all the food for that, and I just finished all the gift shopping. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap all the presents now, but I need to eat something. I'm so hungry, and it's past lunchtime. So what I'm doing is I just threw together a wrap using some shredded chicken that I had from Duck Diet. Duck Diet is a local meal prep service that I've been using. If you're local, they really are awesome. They have so many good options, and they do have like a lot of individual ingredients, which I've been enjoying. So what we use today is just the shredded chicken. They just have a container of shredded chicken you can get. I've been liking the salmon the most, but I'm using the chicken. I mixed it with some barbecue sauce. I just used some Sweet Baby Ray's. It's 0 points, some veggie mix, and then I threw a slice of Swiss cheese for 2 points. So I'm gonna wrap that up and toss it in the air fryer, and then when it's done, I'll let you guys know the points. Okay, so this is what I'm having for lunch. So I'm gonna have a bag of Skinny Pop. This is 3 points on WW. It's 100 calories. Then some of this Love Corn. So this is the cheesy flavor. I've really been liking this. The barbecue is usually my favorite, but this one's really good. So I'm having this. For the serving, it's 3 points and 120 calories, but I think I'm just gonna have half the bag for 2 points. And then this is my wrap that I made. So it is shredded chicken from Duck Diet, the meal prep place, then some barbecue sauce, veggie mix, and then a slice of Swiss cheese. And this is on a large extreme wellness wrap. So this comes out to 9 points total for everything with the popcorn and the Love Corn. And then it is 481 calories for the wrap with these 2 things as well. So we just finished up pickups for today. These are all of our pickups that we have coming tomorrow. So we just have them laid out. We write a little note card with the name and what sets they have. Then they get a little thank you thing. And yeah, so these are the boxes. I did a holiday box this year, and then also just like a plain Christmas box. So there's 2 assorted cookie sets and then assorted cookie cake pop sets. And then of course the paint your owns, which are these. And then this is my tray of extras that are just backups in case I need anything. Usually we give these away at the end on the last day. Okay, so I'm actually upstairs wrapping presents for Christmas right now. So that's a creamy behind me. That's for my mom, but I will show you guys the presents after I get them all wrapped up. But I was just quickly gonna show you, I'm having an energy drink right now. So this is 3D Energy. The flavor is Candy Punch, and this is 1 point for the can. It is 15 calories. So we were actually sent these by the company 3D Energy, and they are very good. They came with 2 flavors. It was also strawberry lemonade, and I think these are like in gas stations and stores and stuff, but we've really been liking them. So that's what I'm having for 1 point right now, and I'm gonna get this wrapped as fast as I can. Okay, so I just finished up wrapping all the gifts. So over here, I did like a gift for all 3 of us. That's just like a family gift in these 3 bags. Then we've got Trevor's, the dog's. These are my dad's, then my brother, my mom and stepdad, then Adam's, and that box is his as well. So this is everything. And I think we're actually gonna do our gifts between the 3 of us tonight. So I'm excited about that, but I'm feeling very relieved that I got all that done. So now I'm gonna go make dinner. Okay, so I finished up wrapping the presents and then quickly made dinner. Today we're having some Spanish rice and tacos. So I used 3 hard shell tacos. They have light Mexican cheese, a little bit of bean dip, some ground turkey and lettuce. And then that is a 4-point serving of just homemade Spanish rice that I made. So this dinner comes out to 13 points total on WW. Then going over to MyFitnessPal, it's about 700 calories for all this. It's definitely a higher point when we have the rice and the beans and the corn and stuff like that. So definitely a higher calorie dinner, but this will be very filling. And then after I finish this, I'm going to have a Honeycrisp apple for 0 points. Okay, so I finished eating dinner and I'm actually surprisingly still hungry after all that food. I feel like it's because I didn't have like a solid breakfast this morning. I don't know, I've just felt hungry. But anyway, I made myself a protein shake. I realized I was pretty low on my protein goal, especially because I want to hit like 160 to 180. I was at 100 grams of protein after tracking my yogurt. So I also made a protein shake. It's almost kind of like shake consistency, but I used like a half cup of unsweetened cashew milk, some frozen banana, and then a scoop of this Bloom protein powder. This is the banana cream flavor. It's 22 grams of protein, 1 point for 1 scoop, 100 calories for a scoop. So that is only 1 point for this. I don't track the frozen banana because technically you're supposed to track the blended banana, but the whole reason that WW says to track banana or any blended fruit is because drinking your foods or fruits or whatever is not as satisfying as actually physically eating them. But I feel like this fills me the same as if I just had a banana, so I don't usually track it, but it's whatever works best for you. And then I also made myself a yogurt. So I have a toasted coconut vanilla Greek yogurt, some Kashi peanut butter crunch cereal for 2 points, and then some blueberries. So I'm gonna mix this all together and eat that, and then have my protein shake. I'm gonna make sure to have a lactate because this is a lot of dairy right now, but that'll wrap up my night. So for WW, I do get 30 dailies. I'm currently set to maintenance mode, so that is why I get that many. I'm also 6 feet tall, so that also gives me a few more points. But I used 33 dailies today on WW. Then going over to MyFitnessPal, I used 2,032 calories, 48 grams of fat, 298 carbs, and 128 grams of protein. So I did fall short on my protein goal, but honestly, this whole week, I'm just not gonna stress out too much. I've stayed consistent with the gym, and I really just wanna enjoy myself and not stress too much about staying so on track. I'm kind of excited for a new year because I always feel like it's a good restart and like refresh. So I'm excited for that, and I feel like I had a good day of eating. So I'll be back tomorrow for Christmas Eve. Okay, so we are on to day 2 of the what I eat in a week, and we just got back from the gym. So usually I take Saturdays off, but because the gym is closed tomorrow, which is when I like to go, I just switch the days and I'll take tomorrow off. But anyway, Adam and I went and had a really good quick workout, but now we're home and we're hungry, so I just made us some breakfast. We actually just drank our greens. These are technically 1 point, but I never track them. I haven't tracked them since I started my weight loss journey. I've been drinking them pretty much since, but it's 15 calories for 1 serving. Then I'm gonna have a banana. So I tracked this in MyFitnessPal. It's 0 points for me on WW. And then I made us breakfast sandwiches, which Adam is enjoying in the back. Or are you taking a break? Oh, okay.
I'm taking a break.
What it is, I just threw 2 slices of Ezekiel into the air fryer at 325 for like 10 minutes so it gets nice and toasted. We don't have a toaster, so that's why we do it that way. Then I used Canadian bacon from Sam's Club, 3 slices for 1 point, and then scrambled 2 eggs for each of us with some light Mexican cheese from Trader Joe's and some red onion. So that is my final sandwich. Adam put some hot sauce on his. I might actually do the same. But this entire thing is 5 points on WW, And with the banana, it is about 428 calories. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat that, and then I have some stuff to work on before I get ready. I think I might dye my hair quickly if I have time before we go to hibachi for dinner, because it is Christmas Eve, and we're trying something new this year, I guess. We have never done that before, but my mom just decided to do that, and so we're going with the flow. That's what we're doing. But we'll still have a lunch today. We really want to make sure we fill up on filling and nourishing foods that make us feel good going up until we go get the hibachi. We know that hibachi, it's like a lot of vegetables and meat and stuff, but the oil does kind of upset our stomach sometimes because they use a lot of oil. So that's like the one thing about it. But I don't think we'll be tracking dinner. We'll probably just add in some points. I know for a fact I'm going to be going over my weeklies this week. I'm okay with that. I really want to enjoy Christmas and the holidays and the fact that we just got through pre-orders. This is our last day of pickups as well. So we're just going to be in the kitchen watching for people to come get their cookies. And then once we're done with that, it'll be almost time for hibachi. So I'll be back with lunch. Okay, so we actually just got done taking a family picture. Oh, you already changed. I didn't see. Trevor's still in his. But I got us matching pajamas. We have dog ones too, so I'll show you guys the dogs in a second. But we just made lunch really quick before we pack up the car and get ready to go to hibachi. We'll have like 2 hours to digest, but we're both really not that hungry right now. So we just made some air fryer wraps. These are 4 points for both of them. So I pretty much made the same wraps that I made yesterday for lunch, but I had 2 smaller extreme wellness wraps. So instead of 2 points for a large one, it's actually 3 points for 2 of the smaller ones. So 3 points for the wrap, and then 1 point for some light mozzarella cheese that I put on there. Then I just mixed some shredded chicken from Duck a Diet, the local meal prep service. I mixed some of that with some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, the no sugar added. So that's 0 points. And that's what makes this 4. It's 3 for the wraps, 1 for the cheese. Adam's got a buffalo version, pretty much same exact thing.
Yep. I used a queso wrap instead of extreme wellness, but
yeah. So we both just threw them in the air fryer for like 10 minutes at like 375 or so, but that's pretty much what we're having before we go. I might have like a piece of fruit or something like that. I might have some grapes, but other than that, we're pretty much just gonna wait till we eat hibachi because we want to save our appetite, and I'm excited. Hi guys. Okay, so I'm ready for hibachi. This is my outfit. This is just a thrifted sweater, my favorite Doc Marten boots, and some leggings. I've got all the gifts packed up. I forgot to mention earlier that I actually had a coffee, but it was 0 points on WW, so I did track it in MyFitnessPal, but I just used a half cup of cashew milk, it's 0 points, an espresso pod, a scoop of vanilla collagen from Bloom, and then some skinny syrup, and then I topped it with a little fat-free whipped cream. So that was my coffee earlier, and I tracked it, but now we are getting ready to go to hibachi, and I'm hungry, I'm excited, so I'll show you guys what we get. Okay, so it is Christmas morning. I got up and just finished editing my video that I'm going to be posting today. We just wanted to do a fun little snack video today, so I will have that up later. But now I'm making us breakfast, so we're going to eat breakfast while we watch the video through. We like to just watch a final run through it before I post it to make sure it's good. But for breakfast today, I'm making us some pancakes, and we like to do the like PB2 peanut butter banana pancakes. They're only 3 points for 3 of them, and they're really good. But today I realized that we had the Fairlife chocolate milk in there still, so I decided to use this instead of cashew milk. So you only use 2 tablespoons for the batch, but it does add a point, so there'll be 4 points for 4 pancakes. And then we're also gonna have a chicken maple sausage. This is 2 points. 1 patty is 60 calories. It's got 5 grams of protein, and we usually just heat these up in the microwave. So going into WW, this breakfast tracks as 6 points. Going over to MyFitnessPal, it's about 360 calories. So I'm gonna assemble this. I'll show you guys how the pancakes turn out. We've never done it with chocolate milk, so I'm kind of excited to see. Usually it's just the cashew milk. And for the PB2 that I used today, I used the Nuts and More cookies and cream. So I think that'll be a really good combo. But I realized I didn't finish up the video last night. I pretty much just ended with hibachi, I think. I think that was the last thing I filmed. But we did presents with my mom, stepdad, and brother, and then came home and pretty much passed out. We were so tired. So It was a long day. It's been a long week in general, and it kind of caught up to us. So we just went to bed and got some sleep, but I got up this morning. I haven't had anything to eat, but I have been drinking some water because my stomach doesn't feel the best. I did have a cranberry and vodka last night. I feel like it kind of upset my stomach a little bit. But I did forget to mention that last night for dinner, I just typed in hibachi and tracked 30 points. So we did have a lot of veggies. We had shrimp, which is 0. I think lobster would be considered 0, right? Yeah. Lobster. Of course, there was tons of garlic butter. We had rice and noodles and stuff. So we decided that 30 points sounds about right. So went ahead and tracked that, and I actually ended up just using 39 dailies, but that doesn't include the drink also. So I guess I should include that as well. But like I said, it's kind of hard when I do these what I eat in a weeks and it's like the holiday, because this is just how we do it. I usually don't actually track the full day, so I don't have like a total number for yesterday, and I probably won't for today either because we're doing appetizers with my dad and brother. But I just want to show you guys how we do breakfast and dinner and all the meals in between, keep balance and have things in moderation. And then the next 2 days I'll definitely be back on track and be tracking the full day with calories and points, so you guys will know where I'm at with that. But I'm gonna go ahead and make our breakfast. So I realized I never explained what I had made on Christmas Eve. So what I did was I made buffalo chicken wraps, I made some air fryer crab rangoon wontons, some ham Hawaiian bread, and Swiss cheese sliders. Then I just made some chicken in the air fryer, some pizza rolls using turkey pepperoni and biscuit dough. Then my dad brought a pie. It was huge. It was a caramel apple pie. He brought some homemade whipped cream, and it was so good. Okay, so my brother and dad just left. We are done with everything Christmas related now, so it kind of feels good. It's kind of like a weight off my shoulders that we got through everything, but everything went really well too. The food was really good. Everyone was happy with their gifts. I was happy with mine. Adam was happy with his. So everything went really well this Christmas, and I'm kind of relieved it's over. I'm ready to kind of just relax and start a new year fresh, I guess. But anyway, we ended up having all of the appetizers earlier. We ate those around, like, it was probably around 3 by the time we finally ate, and it's now 8 o'clock. So we're kind of hungry. I didn't have an apple yesterday, so I'm gonna have my apple today just because I'm craving it and I just want it. I'll feel better if I have it. I don't know what it is about apples, but I just feel better when I have them. So I'm gonna eat my apple, but then we also had some leftover panko breaded air fryer green beans. So I'm gonna throw these in the air fryer to heat them up. We're gonna snack on these right now. Really, this would only be like 2 points for the panko, but I'm gonna go ahead and have that. And then we had some leftover chicken and air fryer rangoons that I made earlier, so we're gonna just snack on those things right now because we're pretty hungry again, although we were very full after eating. And then we had a slice of pie, which was even more filling, had so much apple in it, so I pretty much ate an apple's worth in the pie that I had. But anyway, I know it's not like super helpful that I'm not tracking on these 2 days, today and yesterday. And the whole point of this video is to compare like points to calories, but it also is to show you guys how I have balance and what I do on my journey that works for me. So for me personally, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it just works best to not track anything at all. Although I did track breakfast and lunch to kind of tell you guys about that, but it is just better for us to kind of put a point number in and just move on from that. So then tomorrow I'll be back on track with a filling breakfast. I'll be tracking everything in MyFitnessPal and WW, and I'll just be right back on track because we're done with all the celebrations for now. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. That'll pretty much wrap up today, and then like I said, tomorrow right back on track. I start at the gym in the morning. They don't open until 7, so I will be going a little later than normal, but it'll be good to get in there and get some movement and yeah, get back on track. So I'll be back with day 4 tomorrow. Okay, so we are on to day 4 of what I eat in a week. I just woke up. The gym just opened 3 minutes ago, so I'm about to head over there. I'm just waiting for my car to heat up, but I'm making myself some pre-workout. So I have my blender bottle. This is one of the bigger ones, so it's 24 ounces. So I kind of like to water down my pre-workout. I used to just drink it right before I went to the gym, but I find I actually like drinking it as I work out. So it just works well to do this. And then I usually just bring in additional water for when I finish my pre-workout, and then I start drinking water. So it just gets me to drink more water in general. But I just put a scoop in and shake it up. And the brand I use is Bloom Nutrition. I prefer their original versus the high energy, although I do use the high energy sometimes. But this is the sour gummy flavor. It's probably one of my least favorite. This is one of the old ones. I just need to finish it so I can use the new ones that I have. But I don't track this. It's 0 points on WW. And I'm also gonna have a Fiber One chocolate chip brownie bar for 2 points. And then today's leg day. And then I think I'm just gonna spend most of the day cleaning. there's so much stuff everywhere and I need to go through all my clothes and everything. So I'm gonna be doing that today. I think I might make a veggie mix today and I'll see where I'm at. I know we're gonna need a grocery trip soon, so we'll see how many days we can get through before we need to do that. But I'm gonna go to the gym and I will be back. Okay, so I am back from the gym. I had a really good leg day and then I also walked on the treadmill on an incline for like 45 minutes and then did some stretching. So it's kind of a long gym session, but it felt really, really good. I feel a lot better now. When I woke up this morning, my stomach was not feeling great, which I expected, but working out really did help, actually getting moving and stuff like that. So I feel much better now. I sweat some of it out and now I'm eating breakfast. So I had the Fiber One bar earlier. I tracked that in snacks and then I also tracked a banana in snacks. I was gonna eat this while I was making my breakfast, but I'm just gonna eat it with my breakfast. But I made myself some scrambled eggs. So this is just 2 eggs with a serving of egg whites as well. This is 0 points and it adds in an extra 5 grams of protein and I find it just makes the eggs a little fluffier. Then I put 3 slices of Canadian bacon from Sam's Club, some red onion, and 2 points of light Mexican cheese blend. So some salt and pepper and that's it. I scrambled them up. And then with the eggs, I'm gonna have 2 pieces of Ezekiel toast. I just threw these in the air fryer. I kind of like to just scoop the eggs onto the bread and eat it. So it's pretty much like making a sandwich, but I just like doing it that way. So I have that. I have a banana for 0 points. And then I'm drinking my greens, which I'm looking forward to. These will definitely help me feel a little bit better. But I'm having coconut. This is definitely my favorite flavor of the Bloom greens that they have. And I just have it with my glass of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink this, eat this right now, and then I gotta do some cleaning. Maybe I'll go through my presents that I got later. I think that would be fun to show. And then figure out what I'm doing for lunch. Okay, and I forgot to mention, the entire breakfast is 6 points on WW. It's 1 for the Canadian bacon, 2 for the cheese, and then 3 for the toast. And then going over to MyFitnessPal, it's about 445 calories. Okay, so I've been upstairs this entire time cleaning through my clothes, but it's really good. I have some piles sorted out to get rid of and donate and stuff, which I really needed to do. So I'm eating lunch right now. This is a little snack plate that I threw together because I know we're having rice for dinner, and so I didn't want to make a bowl, but I made a can of tuna with a tablespoon of light mayo, some chopped onion, salt, pepper, and seasoning for 1 point. Then I'm gonna have 2 tablespoons of this Ithaca roasted red pepper hummus for 1 point, some grapes for 0 points. These are the aged white cheddar Crunchmaster crackers. That serving is 3 points. And then 3 points of mini spicy ranch pretzel crisps. So this entire snack plate comes out to 8 points total on WW. And then going over to MyFitnessPal, it's about 488 calories. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this right now and then actually get back to cleaning. And I've also just been drinking a lot of water. Okay, so I finished up cleaning all of my clothes and then I ended up just reading for a little bit and then I made our dinner. So for dinner today, what I made us is like little kind of enchilada bakes. I had 2 servings of Spanish rice left over, so that's the base in these containers. And then I wrapped up 3 corn tortillas with some of the 99% lean ground turkey. Then I put a ½ cup of enchilada sauce from Trader Joe's and then 2 points of light mozzarella cheese on top. And I just threw it in the oven at 375 for about 30 minutes and that's our meal. So this comes out to 10 points on WW. It's 1 for the enchilada sauce, 2 for the cheese, 3 for the corn tortillas, and 4 for the Spanish rice. Then going over to MyFitnessPal, I also tracked a Honeycrisp apple because I'm gonna eat that right after I finish, but this dinner comes out to about 647 calories. We're gonna go ahead and eat this and then I might have a yogurt after, but I will show you guys if I do that. Okay, so I went ahead and made myself a yogurt. This is a toasted coconut vanilla light and fit for 2 points, 2 points worth of cashew peanut butter cereal and some blueberries, and I just mixed it all together, so it's 4 points. And now I'm just gonna sit down and read a little bit more. So this is the book I'm currently reading. I recently read Never Lie First. I just picked a random book to read by Frida McFadden, or I don't know how to say that, but I read it in 2 days, which I never read books that fast. It was just so good and I wanted to find out what happened. So then I read The Housemaid and now I'm on The Locked Door. So I'm excited. I'm almost halfway done with this one and I'm just gonna finish reading and eating my yogurt. Okay, so I'm ending the day using 28 dailies on WW. So I actually had 2 dailies remaining. I don't know why. I feel like I ate a lot today. And it was more snacky stuff. Our dinner was extremely filling and the apple and yogurt after will definitely fill me up. So 28 dailies, and then going over to MyFitnessPal, I had 2,075 calories. So definitely a higher calorie day, but lower point day, which is interesting. Then 45 grams of fat, 289 carbs, and 141 grams of protein. So low on my protein, but still a good day. I feel full and nourished. and I will be back with day 5 tomorrow. Okay, so we are on to day 5 of my what I eat in a week, and I just got back from the gym. Today I did shoulders, biceps, and chest, and I'm feeling it. My shoulders are pretty shaky, but I wanted a protein shake, which of course when it's like the coldest days out, I always crave a protein shake, but that's what I made right now. So I've just been using my blender attachment. I still really like my Blend Jet, but sometimes it's just not charged and I plug the blender into the wall. So it's been easier to just do that lately. But in here I have a banana, 3 ice cubes, a scoop of protein powder. So I used Bloom Banana Cream. This is one of my favorites. And then I also used a half cup of cashew milk that is 0 points. If you have a full cup, it's a point, but I just had a half cup. So that is my protein shake that I'm gonna have right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do really for breakfast. I honestly might just have a barbell with this and then have lunch later. I don't really want eggs again, and I've got a lot of stuff that I want to get done today, so I'm gonna be editing a video to post on YouTube later. I've got to plan my cookie orders for this week, and then cookbook stuff and planning videos for this week because I have a lot coming up just with the new year and everything, and with YouTube I just want to get situated. So it'll be kind of a busy work day, but I think I'm actually gonna start it with dyeing my hair. I never did that the other day, so I'm gonna go take a bath, kind of get refreshed, dye my hair, which takes like an hour, and then get to work on some stuff. So I'm gonna drink this. I'm gonna have a Barbell. Let me go grab it actually. So I'm gonna have a Barbell. This is the cookies and cream flavor. It's got 20 grams of protein, 200 calories, and then actually the scoop of the protein powder has 22 grams of protein. So starting the day with a good amount of protein. And I don't know what the deal is with Adam at work today. Towards the end of the year, he has a lot of vacation he needs to use up, so he usually takes like a lot of half days. So he'll probably be home for lunch today, maybe. If he is, we'll do lunch together. If not, I'll probably do a bowl or something like that. But we are in desperate need of groceries too, so we're kind of just going off of what we have. I think we're gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow. I did stop at Mariano's just on the way home from the gym just to grab zucchini so that I can make a veggie mix today. So I have some peppers in there that I wanna use up, and that's what I'm gonna be doing later, but I'll show you guys that. Okay, so I went ahead and dyed my hair, so it is purple again. I just use a semi-permanent dye. So it usually lasts a couple weeks, but it fades throughout the week with each wash. But anyway, I made myself a coffee right now while I'm editing my YouTube video. I put a Quest salted caramel protein shake, that's 3 points, and then a Nespresso pod with a scoop of vanilla collagen from Bloom. So this comes out to 3 points total on WW, and I just threw some ice cubes in there. And I'm working on my video, like I said, but really quickly I was gonna run through some of the things that I got for Christmas because I said I would do that. I don't know if anyone cares to see, but I got a lot of the stuff that I asked for and a few other random things. So I was just gonna walk through them really quick. I got SpongeBob socks for my dad. I asked him for these double wall espresso glasses because I cracked our other ones when I used the Nespresso. I guess it was too hot for the glasses or something, but got some nice plastic ones so that they don't crack. He got me this SpongeBob car figurine thing. I'm always collecting different figurines on my desk and stuff like that, so that's really cool. And then these salt and pepper shakers with salt and pepper, which I'm super excited. These are the battery powered ones, so these are like fancy. So then this is my favorite band, The Maine. This is their Christmas sweatshirt that they released. So I'm excited about that. Adam and Trevor got that. And then also I asked for a face washer like this. So I'm happy to have gotten this. I needed that. I also needed some new headphones. These are my favorite that I wear to the gym. I actually have 2 other pairs, but they start to like not charge as well and like they don't disconnect as well as you like continue to use them, especially because I sweat on them so much. But anyway, these are my favorite. I like the pink ones. I also got some Nespresso pods. This is just the variety pack I like to order off Amazon. I asked my mom for ice skates and I got ice skates. So I'm really excited about this. I really want to try to go more this winter, and this is pretty much what I just wanted, a basic like starter pair of white ice skates. So I'm really excited for that, and I think I'm gonna get a pass for the winter so I can just go there and skate, and then I don't have to pay for rentals anymore. I got this pancake pan that Adam found that's shaped like SpongeBob, so I'm super excited. It even comes with pancake mix, I guess. Then Trevor got me this light therapy lamp. I had asked about these because winter is a hard time for me, and I really like getting outside and getting the sun, so when I can't during the winter, I'm just trying to find new things that can help me out, and so I've heard some good things about these, so I'm excited to try that out. Then my mom surprised me with this. This is actually a hand massager, so it's kind of like my foot massager, but during like pre-orders or even just any cookie orders, when I'm doing a lot of writing and stuff, the way I like squeeze the icing bag, it is hard on my hand. And like years ago when I was doing non-stop cookie orders and also working at the bakery, I was getting really bad carpal tunnel and I would wake up in the middle of the night. I actually had to wear a wrist brace every night because I would wake up in so much pain, but that has completely gone away now. But I do still get really cramped up in my hand when I'm working on a lot of orders or cookies. So this is really nice. I already tried it out actually at her house, and it's amazing. It feels really good. So I'm excited about that. Also, I got a SpongeBob phone case Trevor picked out and a shirt from another one of my favorite bands, Good Charlotte. So I'm really happy. Everyone was really happy with everything that we gave them. I got my mom a Creamy, so she was really excited about that. So I'm gonna have to give her some lessons with that. And then we got Trevor a pair of Bluetooth headphones. We got Adam a Bluetooth headset for PlayStation and a PlayStation controller because he's gonna be getting a PlayStation 5. So just a lot of different stuff like that. But it was a really good Christmas and I'm feeling very relieved that it is over. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my video while I drink my coffee. Adam's getting off work early, so I'm just waiting for him to eat lunch, although I am pretty hungry, but I'm just gonna wait because I wanna do a bowl or something like that, so we'll see when he gets home. Okay, so I took a break from editing to make lunch because Adam just got home from work, so here he is. I made us some pizza bowls. So we have a base of jasmine rice, then I air fried 12 pieces of turkey pepperoni for a point. I have 2 points of light mozzarella cheese from Trader Joe's. The base of jasmine rice is 5 points. Then I have some veggie mix that I actually just made. I should have showed it, but I made a veggie mix. And then a grilled chicken breast from Sam's Club for 0. The veggie mix is 0. And then this sauce is actually one we just recently tried. It is the Primal Kitchen roasted garlic marinara sauce. So it is 1 point for a quarter cup, so a higher point than the normal tomato sauce we use. We're gonna try it out on this. I've never had it in a pizza bowl before, so I'm excited. So this bowl comes out to 9 points total on WW. It is about 502 calories for the whole thing. So usually I'll just mix this up. I'll probably throw it back in the microwave for like a minute or so to melt the cheese, but that is my lunch that I'm having, and I might have some grapes with it afterwards. But then I need to finish my video and I'll be back with dinner. Okay, so I finished up my video and got it posted, and then I was just laying down for a little bit, but I came down and made dinner. So we had leftover ham in the fridge from a ham Adam got from his work. We had used some of the ham for the appetizers I made on Christmas, but we had a lot left over, so I wanted pasta, and I decided to do like a veggie mac and cheese with ham, and I don't know how it'll be, but it came out to 12 points for the entire bowl. So I used 3 ounces of Barilla Protein Plus pasta, and I just used the elbows. Then after that was done cooking, I left some of the pasta water in there, and I tossed in 4 Laughing Cows. And then I also put in about 2 tablespoons of this sauce blend. This is classic mac and cheese. I've never used this, but we got it from Sam's Club and I've been wanting to. So I just threw that in there with about a half cup of cashew milk, and then the Laughing Cows melted, and I just mixed it all together. Then I added a good amount of veggie mix and then some chopped ham. So this meal comes out to about 506 calories. Then going over to WW, this is 12 points. So it's 1 point for the powdered cheese sauce, then it's 2 points for the Laughing Cows, 3 for the ham, and then 6 for the pasta. Okay, so I finished dinner and it was really good. I actually really like that powdered cheese. I'll definitely be using it again, and it was a really filling meal. But I did have my Honeycrisp apple after. I tracked it in MyFitnessPal, 0 points on WW. And now I just want one more sweet thing, so I'm just gonna have a few pieces of these dark chocolate covered raspberries from True Fruit. So that'll be 3 points that I'll track in snacks. So I'm ending the day using 32 dailies total. Then going over to MyFitnessPal, I had 1,872 calories today, 34 grams of fat, so a pretty low fat day actually. Then 234 carbs and 167 grams of protein, so good on my protein. And I think everything looks right. I probably could have had more veggies today, but I feel good and I feel like I had a good day of eating and like I'm back on track. I'm glad I made a veggie mix today, so I guess I did get some veggies in. But anyway, I'll be doing another one of these soon that'll be more back to normal. I just hope that it's helpful to kind of show the holidays and show that I do have balance and really enjoy myself, but really make a serious effort to get right back on track after. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.